What is up, guys? Delboy here. So, Naoya Inoue defeats Juan Payano by a first round knockout. Devastating punching power from the Japanese bantamweight. This was obviously part of the World Boxing Super Series bantamweight tournament, and Inoue has really, delivered a statement performance there. Now, this was a fight where everybody expected him to win, but, he done it in the very best possible fashion. I felt Payano, obviously he was going to lose, but I really felt he could actually take Inoue a few rounds, but, that wasn't the case. I felt Payano's awkward style, his herky-jerky movement, could give Inoue a few different angles, but, yeah, it wasn't the case. First round, both guys are kind of prodding and probing as you do in the first round. Inoue is assessing what he has in front of him. A couple of light jabs here and there, looking for openings. And all of a sudden, Inoue throws a nice jab with a really, really quick right hand behind it. Bang on the chin. Drops Payano heavily. Payano can't beat the count. And that was it, man. That was the fight, Inoue, devastating, clinical, and no doubt frightening for the other combatants in the tournament. He advances to the semi-finals of the World Boxing Super Series. Another thing worth mentioning, this is a tournament. It's you progress round by round, and this is good for Inoue because there's no wear and tear on him. Maybe his opponent in the semi-finals might have to come through a really tough fight. So basically what you're going to have there, Inoue is going to have more recovery time, obviously. And he's come through a fight where he sustained no punishment. So Inoue going into the semi-finals is really in a good place. He's got the advantage there. For the record, Inoue will have to fight the winner of Emmanuel Rodriguez, who is the IBF champion, and Jason Maloney. Now, Emmanuel Rodriguez should win that fight, but I very much doubt he's going to do it in one round. And like I said, he's going to have less recovery time, so Inoue definitely has an advantage going into that fight. However, I do rate Rodriguez very highly, so, providing Rodriguez wins, I am really looking forward to that fight. I don't expect him to blast Rodriguez out like that. I really, really don't. Providing Rodriguez wins, of course. Maybe I'm sort of overlooking Maloney, but I can't really see him beating Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez is a really good talent. But, yeah, Inoue versus Rodriguez in the semi-finals would be boxing porn as far as I'm concerned. I know we don't know too much about Rodriguez, but before the Paul Butler fight, I was very excited with what I saw. Going into that fight, I've done a bit of research on him, and I really liked what I saw. And he boxed Paul Butler up, I like what I see from Rodriguez, so we'll see what happens there. That's a really good fight should it happen. Also on this card, worth mentioning, I'm not going to do a post-fight video for this fight because ultimately I just don't have time. But Kirill Relikh defended his WBA super lightweight title against Edward Troyanowski. Again, that is part of the World Boxing Super Series super lightweight tournament. Relikh now advances to the semi-finals. It was a competitive fight. Both guys had their moments. Troyanowski actually done a lot better than I expected, but I felt Relikh was the winner in this fight. But I didn't expect such a good showing from Troyanowski, so credit to him. But yeah, Relikh will advance to the semi-finals. So both Inoue and Relikh are now semi-finalists in the World Boxing Super Series. Devastating performance from Inoue. Now, will we see some people actually pull out with injuries? I've seen some people online suggest that. Who knows? But yeah, it was a great knockout. Really enjoyable to watch. The guy's a problem. Listen, I felt some people, I still think we need to see him against a guy who is at a certain level. He's beaten some good guys already, like Taguchi, Narvaez. These are good guys, but I do think Rodriguez, Tete, guys like that are a step above what he's fought so far. But, yeah, nevertheless, really good performance from Inoue. He did exactly what he had to do and more. So credit to him. Credit to Relikh also for getting through his fight and advancing to the semi-finals. You know, he's going to be getting paid well. You know, and a fighter like Kirill Relikh deserves it because he's been shafted a couple of times in his career, and now in this tournament he is going to be earning good money, especially now he's advanced to the semi-finals. So credit to him. You know, he deserves this. But yeah, good little card of boxing. Thoroughly enjoyed it. How did you guys see it? Peace.